4 years, $168.6 million, that is $42.15 million a year, and over $120 million of that is fully guaranteed. Let that sit for a second. On Monday morning, the Seattle Seahawks backed up the Brinks truck and made Jaxon Smith-Njigba the highest-paid wide receiver in NFL history. Not a quarterback, a wide receiver. And here's the craziest part. That number is about to get topped. Right across the NFC West, the Los Angeles Rams are staring at the exact same situation with Puka Nacua, and the price tag just went up. Meanwhile, one of the greatest wide receivers to ever play the game, a guy with 5 All-Pro selections and 8 Pro Bowls, is sitting at home right now completely unsigned. I'm talking about Tyreek Hill. No visits, no deal, nothing. So what in the world is happening with the wide receiver market? Because the gap between the top and the bottom has never been wider, and the money has never been crazier. Today we are breaking all of it down. The numbers are going to blow your mind. Before we dive in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a breakdown. Let's get into it. Let's start at the very top. Jaxon Smith-Njigba just signed an extension that shattered every financial ceiling we thought existed for pass catchers. And look, the man earned it. He won a Super Bowl. He won Offensive Player of the Year. He led the entire NFL with 1,793 receiving yards on 119 receptions and 10 touchdowns last year. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. The resume is flawless. But let's put this into perspective. Remember Jamar Chase's deal last year? 4 years, $161 million. That was supposed to be the market-resetting contract. JSN just blew past that total by nearly $8 million. Chase got $100 million guaranteed. Justin Jefferson got $110 million guaranteed. JSN, $120 million locked in. And the timing here is fascinating. Seattle didn't have to do this yet. He still had his 5th-year option. But they looked at the landscape, saw who was next in line, and decided to pay now rather than pay more later. Take a step back and think about how insane this is. JSN is now earning more money annually than the man throwing him the football, Sam Darnold. Last year, Darnold signed a 3-year, $100.5 million contract for about $33 million a year. I honestly cannot think of a time in modern NFL history where a starting wide receiver exceeded the salary of his starting quarterback. If you can think of one, let me know in the comments. Now, here is where this gets really interesting. The ink on JSN's contract isn't even dry, and it's already costing a division rival a fortune. Puka Nacua is entering the final year of his rookie contract in 2026. Keep in mind JSN was a 1st-round pick. Puka was a 5th-round pick. His entire 4-year rookie deal paid him just $4.1 million total. Yet since entering the league, Puka has been a 2-time Pro Bowler, a first-team All-Pro, and led the NFL in receptions last season with 129 catches for over 1,700 yards. His career average of 95.3 receiving yards per game is the highest in NFL history. So when Adam Schefter dropped the JSN news, he immediately followed it up by saying Puka now has a new bar to clear. Before Monday, the Rams probably thought they could extend Puka for around $38 to $40 million a year. That argument is dead. The floor in negotiations is now $42 million. Puka could realistically command a 4-year, $180 million deal. And here is the Rams' suffocating dilemma. They currently have about $43 million in cap space for 2026. But they also need to extend Kobe Turner, Byron Young, and Steve Avila from that exact same draft class. They just gave Trent McDuffie a $124 million extension, and Matthew Stafford's future is year to year. How do you pay a receiver $42 million, extend 3 core defensive and offensive linemen, and stay competitive? You can't. There's already talk Puka could hold out of training camp. And can you blame him? He's outproduced a guy making $168 million, while he's made barely $4 million his whole career. His agent is printing out these comparisons as we speak. But it's not just the elite, top-tier guys breaking the bank. Let's look at the middle class of the wide receiver market, because that's where things are getting truly unhinged. Take Alec Pierce. The Indianapolis Colts just signed him to a 4-year deal worth $116 million, with $84 million guaranteed. Let's be clear. Alec Pierce is a good player. He's arguably the best deep threat in the NFL right now. But let's look at the full picture. Pierce has had exactly one 1,000-yard season in his career. Last year, he caught 47 passes. That's it. Over 64 career games, he has less than 3,000 yards. 5 years ago, $29 million a year bought you a franchise quarterback. Now, it buys you a vertical specialist who catches 3 balls a game. The Colts had to do it because they used their transition tag on Daniel Jones, so Pierce hit the open market, and supply and demand took over. Teams are so desperate for outside weapons that the market absolutely does not care about your feelings or rational math. Because contracts are broken, the trade market is following the exact same trajectory. Last week, the Dolphins traded Jalen Waddle to the Broncos for a first, a third, and a fourth-round pick. A massive haul for a guy coming off a 9-10-yard season. Why does this matter? Because of A.J. Brown. The Eagles have been dancing around an A.J. Brown trade all offseason. Frankly, it's getting exhausting to cover. One week, Howie Roseman says he's staying. The next week, A.J. is flirting with the Patriots on a podcast. But when you look at the Eagles' cap sheet, trading him is viewed around the league as inevitable. It's not if, it's when. The holdup is strictly cap math. If Philly trades him before June 1st, they eat over $43 million in dead cap. If they wait until after June 1st, that number drops to $6.35 million, so they are playing the waiting game. Brown reportedly gave the Eagles a wish list. Patriots, Bills, Chargers, and Chiefs. With the Bills trading for DJ Moore and LA and KC bowing out, the Patriots are sitting right there. And don't forget, the Eagles already signed Hollywood Brown to a 1-year deal. That's not a replacement, that's a contingency plan. A top-tier WR is about to be moved for draft picks because even teams that have elite receivers can't afford the economics anymore. Then there is the dark side of all of this. The side the league office ignores when handing out these mega deals. Tyreek Hill, 8-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro, a first-ballot Hall of Famer. And as we sit here in late March, he cannot find a job. Miami cut him in February before his 2026 guarantees kicked in. Remember, he signed a $90 million extension last August. But after a gruesome multi-ligament knee dislocation in Week 4 against the Jets, Miami walked away. He played 4 games last year. 21 catches. His agent, Drew Rosenhaus, says Tyreek wants to play for a contender and will be ready for the season. But teams are terrified. He's 32 years old, coming off a total knee reconstruction, and relies entirely on speed. The risk equation is brutal. 7 months ago, Tyreek was a $90 million man. Today, 3 weeks into free agency, he can't get a 1-year prove-it deal, while Alec Pierce just secured $116 million. This is the reality of the NFL in 2026. Wide receivers are being paid like quarterbacks. Back in 2018, Matt Ryan signed a 5-year, $150 million deal that set the QB record. Today, Jaxon Smith-Njigba is getting $168 million as a wideout. The salary cap is up to $312 million this year, so the ceiling keeps rising. But the shelf life of these players stays exactly the same. They hit their peak between 24 and 28, and one awkward hit can end it all. So I pass the question to you. If you are an NFL general manager right now, what do you do? Do you pay $42 million a year and pray your star stays healthy? Or do you draft rookies, ride them for 4 years, and let them walk? There is no easy answer, and that is why this market is officially broken. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe for more deep dives. See you in the next one.